Welcome back to AMP86, where I'm going to teach you how to change a semi-truck tire in 3 minutes. This handy thing right here is a golden tool, that's what we call it. Makes easy work of changing these semi-truck tires. Now you can do this process of taking off the beads with pry bars. I don't do it unless I absolutely have to, maybe super singles or smaller than 22-inch rims. But if I can use the golden tool, I use it. Turn it sideways so you guys can kind of see what's going on underneath there. Just a little bit of effort, a little bit of leverage, and that tire is off. Semi-truck tires are a lot easier than car tires. You wouldn't think so, but they don't get balanced most of the time. There is alternatives to that by balancing beads and centric rings that go on between the rim and the hub, but it's just a lot easier than car tires. You don't need a machine. You don't need much, just a little bit of muscle, a little bit of leverage, and you can get this thing done. That was me just changing the valve stem. We don't change the valve stem on repairs, only on new tires and complete blowouts. But just give it a little bit of effort and it'll get done. And this is some tire soap. I'm just gonna wet up those beads on the new tire and a little bit extra, about an inch and a half, just to make sure it can slide on nice and smooth. That yellow tank behind me is a cheetah. That's what it's called. That's what we call it. There's bazooka blasters, bead blasters, so much different names for these things, but they all do the same thing. It's just compressed air and it blasts into the tire so that you can set it. Putting the tire on, pretty easy. Just a little bit of hard loving right there, and you set that first bead. Second bead, you actually have to put a little bit of effort into. You have to use the pry bars. Still not so bad. Just stand on one side. That's to hold it down into that drop center, and then you just start working it around, and it goes on pretty smooth. The last little bit, I like to put my foot inside it, because a lot of guys I see, they'll slip off the tire right there when it drops in, and I don't want to fall off this thing, especially with a pry bar in my hand. That yellow cage behind me, tires go in there, because afterwards I'm going to put this hose on here and it'll pump it up to about 120 psi, and then it'll drop it down to 100. We usually send the tires out with 100 psi unless the driver prefers more, but otherwise it'll send out at 100 psi. This little tool pulls the valve core out, which makes it real nice, filling that tire up fast, because 100 psi with a regular air chuck, man, does it take a long time. And we sit down the bucket because it's a little safer, blast it with that cheetah, and then immediately get it up and get it into that cage. If you guys like this video, check out the rest of my videos, and I'll make some more on these semi-truck tires if you like them. Thank you.